I don't really know exactly what this is, but it's kind of just a little thing I thought about. You just have people journal, stuff like that, just to overall kind of keep track of what's going on with life and kind of things that are ways to fix them, look at them. So like playing games. So I was like, oh, let me just kill these two birds with one stone. So this is mainly for me, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just something where I have a big resentment sharing kind of my personal life or anything about it. I just don't really open up about that stuff. So I think by possibly just recording it, just putting something out there, it might give me a bit of a fun exercise to kind of share my thoughts and opinions. Even though there's a lot of bad stuff going on nowadays. Not Yeah, it's hard to stay out of that negative headspace, but I think that just by keeping busy, it really is selfish though. I think to be fully ignorant to everything that's going on. It's just hard to find that balance. I feel because I remember I recently just started a graduate program, um, and doing so, um, I am heavily involved in like political stuff right now. Um, and as I got more into it, it really just kind of sucked the life out of me without even realizing. It was just such a constant negative feed, especially with how social media is designed. It's meant to keep you on there, so it's hard. And I find it very interesting how everyone. I mean, I- it's really just been the last 10 years that it just really blew up. That everyone has a very strong opinion, and at its core, there is value to be had from said opinion. It's just getting everyone on the same page. It is a challenge. Um, and it sucks to see that people are so quick to just dismiss each other. Like it's just there's not even a room for dialogue anymore. There is no middle ground because that's just not what's being shown. It's all this information is just being presented as a right and wrong thing when this shit's complicated. It's tough to keep up. Um, and it's sad to see because you just have certain events happen in life. Uh, you have like losses, struggles, work stress, just overall life will kick your ass. And there's a lot of the loudest voices right now are selling this chaos to people, and sucks. Sucks 'cause it just doesn't have to be like that. Um, so I don't know. It's stressful, but I think it's something that everyone's gonna get through. I think eventually things will die down. It's kind of going for that failing and something. See. Um, but yeah, it's funny. I've like always digested so much of this type of content. Well, not even this, just more long form content, um, just on YouTube and everything. And it's pretty tough. Pretty tough to actually like keep a straight thought while you're watching, like, or while you're playing a game like this. It's actually pretty impressive. uh, but these guys, they got good at it. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be something I do very often. I mean, I'm not trying to. That's one thing I guess that I do want to put out there. I'm not really trying to blow up, nor am I expecting anything from this. I don't really want anything like that. I think this is just really, truly for me. I think I just want something out there that I can look back at to kind of really know, uh, how far I've grown. Because I mean, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I'm not uh, the kindest critic myself, and I noticed that that also just passes on interactions I have with a lot of people. Sucks, because you like I just said, there's a lot of hate in this world, a lot of anger and everything, and it sucks to see when everything could pretty much be a lot better, and I could be my own friend when no one's willing to. Um, I think that's just what's kind of been my journey recently. A lot about kind of like what I got going on, because you just start to see patterns and stuff in your own actions and how I tend to just, stuff's going on, stuff gets complicated, gets intense. It's very easy for me to just back out. I do it quite a bit. Like I'll be like, okay, time to be alone. School's getting stressful right now. Let me just back away. And then what I don't realize is how long I'm gone for. Um, and it's when you're growing up, you're not getting any younger. Sucks to realize that you kind of have that wasted time. And so it's like for a while, it's like you'd sit there and you come to this conclusion, you're amped up, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get this ball rolling. I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna stay on top of all my stuff, and I'm gonna make it in life. And then you usually the rabbit hole, um, you know, uh, well, how do I do it? Step. Well, that's a big goal. That's a little complicated. Um, and yeah, as you can see, you just kind of trickle down, and you just don't give yourself a fair shot. Um, and it sucks. I am tired of uh, wasting that time essentially, because it's just not worth it. There is no reason to that is not what I want at all. Jesus, what a stinker. Um, there's just no reason. Just discredit yourself and even get yourself like to give yourself the opportunity to even get going. Um, it's tough. It's very tough. I mean, it embodies just depression. It embodies just everyone's struggle. I think nowadays, it's so hard to not compare yourself to the rat race going on, and it's just instinctual for most people. Kind of succumb to that stress. Yeah. Uh, I don't know, but I've been kind of kicking myself in the ass. Just do something. There is no waiting for New Year's or something. It was funny. I always dreaded New Year's. Always. Like there's never an exciting New Year's for myself where I'm like, yippee. I never set goals, anything. Um, I always would just have that day come, pretty much mope, shit on myself, uh, feel alone because I would be feeling depressed. So I would pull away and create that reality for myself. Um, and yeah, this most recent one, it was funny. I just didn't wait for it. I knew it was gonna come, and so I just beat it to the punch. I started working out, um, and about that first. I started working out and just taking care of myself and other ways showing up for myself. Actually, like going out and doing activities on my own. Started picking up old hobbies. I'm looking into newer hobbies. I mean, reading has been cool, and um, gym has been the main one. It sucks, dude. My God, everyone sells it as this amazing thing. I mean, I'm just going because I'm trying to show myself, I got a bit of discipline, but shit, it's tough. I'm lucky that I'm seeing results relatively quick, but even then, it's just one boring. I'm finding like I just don't find it to be the most entertaining thing because like there's so many. optimal routes and so many all this bullshit. So it's like it's tough to kind of know when you're on the right track, and then they're like, oh, just rest, do this, like rest between your sets. So I'm sitting there and I'm just taking 2 hours doing all this stuff, and I mean I'm fortunate right now because I'm out of school right now. Like I got next semester literally starting super super soon. So I don't know. I gotta really streamline the whole process for myself because my God, it's gonna get pretty rough. Bad transparent shtick going on. I got it. Oh, I did. Cool. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my next thing. It's like while I'm doing this, I just have to. That is probably my next goal actually. I have to maintain all these hobbies and all these goals, everything, while I am actually in the middle of my school journey, which sucks. Like man, I never once in my life had any interest in, you know, doing a full thesis or having a presentation at a conference or something like that. Never in my life thought about that. Um, and here I am in this position. And it's funny because I still don't have a necessary interest in this. And I don't think when I go for a doctorate level degree, I don't think I'll be, you know, using these skills. Nonetheless, I was kind of in a lull getting my bachelor's, getting into school because I didn't get accepted into any places I want to go to. So it was just kind of like I was forced to have a gap year, and it was tough. And then this time around, I got into one, but it was one that didn't necessarily align with everything, but just kind of learned to roll with it. Take what you get. I mean, it still looks good. It looks amazing on paper, you know. Um, and I'm just doing all this stuff, but the whole time I'm looking around, I'm like, wow, these people are pretty into this. I'm not feeling it too well. It's just very funny to me because I'm waiting for that, that click moment. I don't think it's gonna come. I think I'm just permanently gonna be kind of that little odd one out, who just kind of I'm gonna get my, I'm gonna finish the program. It's only 2 years. I'm just kind of that type of person where like even though I don't give myself any credit, I still get shit done regardless. Um, but it is just funny that no part of me is like anticipating this route. No, it's gonna be a skill learning how to speak in front of these hyper intelligent people, and I'm just an average Joe when it comes to a lot of this professional work. Uh, so yeah, I mean there is anxiety. It's okay. I already survived my first semester. That was a fun awakening to just be thrown back into that world. Cause man, oh man, it was kind of nice though. I forced myself to kind of make friends and throw myself out there, and it ended up working out. I'd say for the most part, I definitely have made, you know, I've met a few good people, and I'm definitely close with the people when I definitely need it. Um, I just was pretty much dying on my own. I didn't, uh, I did not have these people. I'd still be getting through stuff, but my God, um, it is funny though. I do kind of view myself as more um introverted person um when it comes to these weird situations where there is kind of like I don't even know. It's not even necessarily a forced interaction to some degree. Like a environment is just right. Like okay, I'll allow myself to you know, yes, throw myself out there, see what happens. Um, and it always works out. That's what's so funny. I mean, oh, I remember when I was first doing this whole thing, I was hell out. I could not even remotely be kind to myself when I was first meeting the group of people that I'm now friends with. I was hyperanalyzing every. I was literally going home to my family and just like breaking down every beat. I don't know. I think I was being a little. I don't know. I was kind of doing this, and it was just like Jesus, just relax. It's okay. Um, and it's just funny. 'Cause now it's calm again. Now I made myself comfortable. Do I feel like I have to keep that stress factor going? 100%. That is one thing that I'm definitely gonna have to carry with me because I've proved to myself that I can put myself under pressure and I won't necessarily break. It's been like that my entire life again, but you can't give yourself that benefit of the doubt. You gotta shit on yourself for some unknown reason. It's okay. I'm 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 learning how to say the magic words of proud of myself and I love myself. These definitely the right steps. Therapy does work. It's pretty cool to see. At first, it was a little, oh man, first getting into that whole thing. That was brutal, brutal. One might say. I had this interesting lady who just so dismissive of everything I was saying. I was just like throwing out, oh yeah, no, I got this going on, and she just was missing every beat flawlessly. It was so impressive how poorly she was actually helping. Um, it was so insane because like, these guys aren't really doing anything anymore. Hitting too many in a row. I guess that for the interest. Yeah, we'll do that. One, you're 14. But yeah. So this therapist was just like trying to, I'm opening up to them. That's my big thing. I can't express these emotions properly. I don't know how to get it out there. So I'm like, oh, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna really get it going. Son of a gun. She was a little too on the nose with just everything in terms of I'm like, oh man, this school stuff's struggling. Then it's like I was like, yeah, but I really want to go to you know, I want to go to all these schools across the country, but I can't. I gotta stay home because I just can't afford it. Just do it. Put yourself in debt. And I was like, I thought about that, blah blah blah. But I just don't think I'm ready to kind of you know leave my family behind like that and just put us in that situation where things are really up in the air, especially when things are just getting harder to live out here. Um, and we had lost a family member at the time too, so that was kind of pushing into that decision to pull back a bit and not instantly my flock. And it was like they just completely forgot about that, and they would just instantly just say like, "Well, yeah, read this book." That was what they would say every time. I'd be like, "Hey, but I just lost a close family member. Read this book." Okay, okay. Uh, yeah, but now move away. You know, just do all this stuff. Or like, there's a time where there was like when I was applying to my schools and stuff, and they were. I was like asking them like, "Oh yeah, no, do you have any recommendations on that?" And I asked this just one time, and then from that point on. I didn't know. So that's where the story beautifully wraps up. We'll just get to this point. I did not know how to express my feeling. There was no I knew how to talk about stuff. I knew how to talk about current situations, issues going on, my thoughts on them, but I was never probably or like properly expressing my true emotion. I never was opening up, cried or did anything. Because these were intense things. I was on my lonesome building up these emotions, and I would cry occasionally on my own. It was never a safe space with this person. Um, and the main reason, now that I'm really thinking about it, is because I would talk about these things, and I would kind of build up to it, and it would just be very cold answers from them. And then once I mentioned school and applying and doing stuff, they're like, "Oh yeah, just go do this, go do that." It's all they talked about. Every time I went back, I would try and interact with them and give them softballs to like dig deeper. I'd be like, this is an issue that I'm really like struggling with. And then it would just flatline, just end up back at school. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is the stupidest shit. I don't get it at all. Um, and it was just happening on repeat. And I was like, am I really like that fucked up? Am I just not good at there? Never gonna work for me? Um, little did I know, it really was just that woman. My God. Like, she just was so strange. She kept on like trying to be like, chill with me, and she would like offer, uh, I need something, bro. It's a profitable thing. Pretty darn good. That do I need this at this point? It's really not doing anything for me. But this is also pretty weak. She's also pretty weak. Both. Just go for it. Go crazy and not commit to anything. The biggest problem in this game. I commit to everything. Gonna go again. Oh yeah. I sold a little too early. My fault, Doji. My fault, Doji. That's a little too expensive as a temporary fix. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh man. A pretty. I don't really know. I don't really know. I remember what I was talking about. I remember I was talking about the terrible lady. It might have been done with that awesome thought. Um, yeah. It's just been interesting. What was the idea of like getting out there and struggling financially? I mean, even right now, I am like getting to that point. I'm not sinking, but I'm not able to work right now because I'm in this awkward in between stage where I'm gonna be working at my school. Um, it gives me discount on my tuition, doing all this stuff, so it is saving me money, and I do get paid, every 2 weeks, just like everyone else. But it's just not. It, uh, and it sucks because when I was doing my first semester, I also wasn't able to work too much then. I was covering the weekends and doing that stuff, but I was on campus pretty much every day. Um, and I was having freakouts just like about financials. It's funny because like I was like having a great winter break, relaxing, doing all that stuff. I don't want that. No, it's not that worth. That might be good. 'Cause I'm pretty shot eventually. Yeah, we'll go for it. That guy up too. The ball rolling. Um, but yeah, financially speaking, it is pretty tough to trust yourself. But you also, as everyone in my life has told me, you also have to bet on yourself. I don't know what that's like to bet and get the payoff, but that's just because I'm not at that point yet in my life. This is really I don't know. This is just the scary part. It's meant to be that way. Um, can't necessarily complain about where I'm at. It's just a bit scary. I mean, I'm sure you can totally tell, Emma. very reasonable, calm individual at all times. Based on all the things I've been saying at this point, I imagine. Um, but again, I feel like it is very okay to have the feel. Well, I mean, I know it's okay. I don't even want to tell me otherwise. But yeah, I mean, it's a very normal route, and I think it's just I've always been just too scared to allow myself to venture out and experience this degree of anxiety because I knew it was intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't know. Just meant to be shitty. So I'm just gonna have to learn to live through the shitty. Um, yeah. And it's tough to talk about this type of shit, like just randomly. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight. It was just a passing thought. Um, I always just kind of let these types of thoughts kind of, you know, come and go pretty fast. I think maybe I'm forcing that change that I so beautifully desire. Uh, eh, I have that. Ooh, this might be a fun little. This is just not enough. It's just not enough. Okay, we're gonna go. So yeah. hmm Yeah, this is a play. What people do. That is crazy. I might just cut off because there's no. I don't really like having audio on in this game. 'Cause it's just shit right now. A little bit of silence so I can have some degree of coherent thought. I'm sure it's just a mess at this point. I have paused so much and rambled about so many different things. Um, this is a very incoherent, uh, structure to what I'm doing here. Um, but I mean, I guess it's cool. Guess it's a cool vibe. Um, yeah. If anyone has any things they want to see, they want to, right? More of that's not what I'm asking. If anyone has anything interesting topics, I uh, I think that's more of what I'm looking. I think I want a sense of a community in a way where there's just issues and topics. Is it an advice show? Maybe. I don't really know. I don't know if I kind of like that vibe. It's kind of something that this is some what going for it. That was a really good roll to get it on that. Damn. Uh, yeah, I think this is just there's just so many experiences in life, um, and I think that just by opening up avenues to discuss it, really cool. And I've seen this type of stuff just work before, um, and I enjoy it. I do enjoy just hearing this type of stuff, and kind of I think that's more of what it is. I enjoy bringing positive twist to this world when everything is just not necessarily meant to feel like that, right? Um, not it's not meant to be a distraction or meant to. Uh, I lost so much. That makes sense. is base that thing scales. I forgot I gotta actually keep my things. Um, yeah, there's gotta be some amount of, you know, joy that comes out of this. I remember in COVID, that was happening. I was really slumped out, and there was this like some good news thing. I remember Mr. Office Man was doing Brzezinski himself. He was doing this thing. It's really cool. Like looking back at it, was it probably something that he was getting paid a crap ton of money? 100%. Maybe not. Maybe he should do another goodness of his heart because he's a millionaire. I don't really know the guy, nor do I really care. Never watched The Office, never got into it. Um, but just remember, was just something that younger me really looked forward to because it was just nice. Because during that time, you had so many controversial moments that just blew up. Everyone developed their political beliefs during that time. It was funny. When you look back at it, holy, you want to talk about the younger generation standing up and fighting for something. Son of a bitch. I was around that time. I get it though. Do get it. It's pretty crazy. You had nowhere to go either. You crammed in your house, so it's like there's nothing else to look at. And this is pretty enraging. So while that was all happening, it's just nice to be like, okay, look at that. There's some nurses who are being recognized for their insanely like difficult position that they're making light of. Okay. Um, it's like much better than the guys, uh, Seattle uh, burning. I mean, there were a bunch of riots all over the country. So I mean, it was just pure chaos. It was it was like a older brother coming in, putting headphones on me, so I don't have to hear the chaos. I remember though. I was it worked on me. I was a mad man. Um, and it is very tough not to be when you're seeing injustice. I like rules. I'm a rule guy to an extent, of course. I just don't like injustice. There's always just a balance, and when things get fucked up, I get mad because it's like you cheated. You're cheating, and you're hurting people because you're cheating. That makes me mad, and it's just it's always how I've been. I fucking hate people cheat and come out on top. Not the way things are supposed to go, and that's constantly happening. I'm just describing politics in this country. So yeah, it's a losing battle. Um, but it is cool to learn about the ins and outs of it. Though. I mean, right now, you got the big one, the Venezuela con. When you're looking at it from a, not even, I don't know how to, it's not neutral. When you're looking at it just from a like level-headed standpoint, why did it not go? Thank you, Jesus. It's pretty scary. Yeah. Uh, sure, why not? Let's just do it all. I mean, I'm already dead. Do I want? What can I do that will not completely ruin me? This has been doing absolutely nothing, I realized. I forgot I even had it. Um, that's giving me a +3 bonus. That's not much. It's, it's terrible. This is my guy. Mm, yeah, it's not worth it. It's very good. I don't use any of these. My God, these are so difficult to like. Why am I saying like? I don't want to sound stupid. Like I've never taken the time to learn how to implement these into runs. It's just like I get it. It's a get rid of a charm that you don't want to see in the rotation type situation. Uh, but it is weird because it takes up a drawer slot. I don't know. No, that one. All right, let's see if this guy. I mean, I just need one good diamond roll. Everything's good. That's a cool little teaser of what's to come. Do it all again. Getting a bunch of tickets. That's cool. If I get 2 turns, I do. Oh boy, might be able to dig out of this one. Might be able to survive. Um, oh boy, oh boy. You know what I'm thinking about? It's would be 30 billion times easier if I could just chat right now. It would be so much easier to stream this type of thing. My golly, because just in your own thing while you're playing a. It's not even complex. I'm not really thinking much. It is kind of brain rot too. Who am I kidding? Disregard everything. It doesn't matter. It's a skill. I gotta learn this skill, and I will. I will thrive and conquer. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Good nice though. Anyway, okay. This is my first little go at something like this, and I think I was able to yap pretty well. I talked about so much random shit. It's all incoherent. Um, there's no properly strung together thought because I'm constantly distracted or just thinking of words uh, while I'm having a baby rattle shook in my face. So in time, this will like hopefully much more fleshed out experience. So yeah, peace out, gamers.